name's Travis. This is my channel, Jack of All Trades. As you can see, I've got the 92 Sporty back up on the lift. Rear fenders off, seats off, batteries out, a bunch of stuff taken off. Blew the clutch up. It was the original clutch, 35,000 or 45,000 miles on it. We put it back together. I said, we'll run it till it dies. Well, it died. So I replaced the clutch cable. My speedometer cable broke as well because it was original. The end of it broke off here. So I'm going to change the speedometer cable. So anybody that's got a first gen EVO, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, in those time frames, and possibly the 93s and up a little bit, the speedometer cable, as long as the speedometer cable comes from the speedometer to the front tire, I had to figure out how to change this. No one's really done any kind of video on this, so I'm going to do it for you. So it's not that difficult. You disconnect from the back of your speedometer cable, just unscrew it, or from your speedometer, unscrew it, hang it down, and then, if my cameraman will get over here, right here is the speedometer wheel speed sensor. So there's a tit that goes into a hole here, and as the wheel turns around, it spins your speedometer cable. So to change the speedometer cable, it's got to come out of here. Well, to do that, she's going to have to get a close-up of this one. On the very bottom, underneath here, there is a teeny tiny little baby set screw. Itty bitty baby, like little tiny baby unicorn. So little tiny set screw that you got to get out. So once you pull that out, your speedometer cable is supposed to screw out. So your new speedometer cable looks like this. And that's the end that'll screw into here. There's a piece that you just slides down and you screw it into the back of there. And this is the end that screws into that sensor, that mechanical sensor. So
behind it. No, behind it.
Hold on a second, I'm about to lose my whole cable out of here. So what it is that screws right into it. So what you do is you stick that square piece into the square hole in there, and then you screw the cable goes right, it'll spin right around, the casing will spin right around the cable, and you screw it in, tighten it up, put the set screw back in. So here's the problem we're having. I've got the set screw out. There's only one little tiny set screw. It's out. I guess the Hulk installed this speedometer cable for Harley Davidson back in '92 because it sure the heck ain't screwing out. I've got some WD-40 in it. We're working on it. So what we'll do is work on it, and we'll come back to that, and I'll show you when that comes out. But before we do that, just for your reference, when you change the clutch cable on a 92 or earlier Sportster, the primary case has to come off. In 93, they actually put derby covers on. You take the derby cover off, you unhook your clutch adjustment here, you unhook your clutch cable, screw it out, screw the new one in, hook it back here, put the derby cover back on, hook it up top, you're done. Since I was in the primary case changing the clutch anyhow, because there's my old clutch, it is toasty. I call that Cajun clutch because it's blackened clutch. So we put a new clutch back in here, and we used the extra plate clutch from Belt Drives Ltd. That's the clutch that we use. So that's the clutch we got back in here. It's the extra plate clutch. So since I was going to be in there, and I'd looked at the original clutch cable, and it had some wear on the cover where the metal underneath was showing and stuff, and there's rust in it, so I just said we're going to change the whole clutch out, the clutch cable, clutch, and be done with this side of the bike. So that's done. We're going to do this speedometer cable. Once I get it broke loose to where I can get it out, we'll pick you back up. And the other thing we're going to do this Harley, because I had the oil leak that we could never find, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the drive case off. We're going to change the oil pump, and we're going to change the oil line going from the tank to the pump, from the pump to the filter, from the filter back to the tank. The fourth line on there is that we have for this is vent line. That line's fine, it doesn't matter, it's just venting so it doesn't vapor lock and pull so much suction onto the cap that you can't get it out. So hopefully when we change those lines and that pump, we'll fix the oil leak. And I can get all this oil off the back tire and all that stuff, get the fender back on, put it back together. And then we'll work on the sissy bar, which is over here. This is the chain we're going to use right here. Got parts and pieces that we're going to use from other struts and other sissy bars and stuff that I'm going to put together and make a custom sissy bar for this. But for right now, we're going to put you on hold, and I'm going to work on this till I get it broke loose so I can show you what we're doing and how to finish it up. So once we get this broke loose where we can pull it out and stuff, we'll pick you back up. All right, see you then. We good? All right. So my cameraman come down here. I'll show you, we've got movement. And you can see, I'm gonna grab one of these little tiny screwdrivers back here. We've got a gap right here, right there, that's screwing out. So we're gonna continue to keep moving that out. It's about, from what the couple things I've found about changing these speedometer cables out on these bikes, it's about 6 or 7 revolutions. Well, I'm only taking about a quarter revolution at a time because this thing is in there tight. So we're going to get this out, and once I get it all the way out, we'll be back and I'll show you what we got. All right.
Okay.
All right, so now I've got the cable out. If you see here, that's where the end of your cable is going to go into.
I can't see it because it don't have my light.
It's going to go into it right there. You stick your end of your cable right into it and then put the other piece in. So here's the thing. This is the cable I bought. That's the end it screws in. This is the cable I just pulled out. And I don't know about you, but that don't look like it screws into me. That's a press in. So I'm going to have to get back online and find a press-in cable that will fit this bike, because this cable should have fit, but, and here's the inside of it, and this is what broke off right here. This is the side that goes up to the speedometer, and if you see how it's square on this end that goes in here, that same piece was on this end, and you can see right here where it broke. You can see how it broke all that. So this speedometer cable is no good regardless, it doesn't make a difference. The only thing I need off of it is this end, if I can get it off, which I can, so I'll just cut it. What I'll do is I'll cut it, pull off this piece here, and then I'll just slide that off. But I'm gonna have to get online. Abby, as a matter of fact, grab me the cutters right there, please.
Okay, go.
And find me a cable. I'm gonna have to measure this out because this one looks a little short, that presses in versus screws in. So that's okay, because I can't ride right now anyhow because we gotta fix that oil pump and stuff. And I'll get this from JP Cycles or Dennis Kirk or someone like that. It'll be here, if I order it like today or tomorrow, it'll be here sometime next week, towards the end of the week. And then, it's really going to be a simple, because you just put your end in there, put that over it, make sure that that little hole part is down so that set screw will set into it, and push it in, put your set screw in, and it's done there, run it up, and you're done. So we'll get this measured, and I'll get a new one ordered, and we'll get it on the way, and I'll pick y'all back up when we get the new one. All right, see you later. All right, so I went inside, was looking online, J&P Cycles, could not find a cable that would fit this with the plug-in like that. So I got talking to the guy, and he was going to talk to the tech, and we were going to talk to the tech. And while I was on hold, I came out and I said, you know, because I was looking at a speed unit, that the wheel speed unit here that they had online. I was like, God, that looks a lot like mine. It looks exactly like it, but that piece isn't on there. Why is that piece not on there? And I said, while I'm on hold, let me go check. So I come out, and this is the old cable, and guess what? It unscrews like I told you it did. The reason I was having issues is because it's broke there and it wouldn't unscrew, and so the whole thing came out. So now what we're going to end up doing, we're going to put this piece back in. That little tiny hole got to be down so we can put the set screw in it, and then the new cable should just screw right in. It should not make a difference. Once you screw it, it should screw in. So with that said, I'm going to find a socket that will fit over this, a deep well, just like that 11 millimeter right there will. And we are going to do this number. Get the tools out the way first. We are going to put that like so. I'm going to get down here and line that bad boy up, and we're going to push it in like that. And then I'm going to grab my dead blow, if I can find it. There it is. We're going to put that socket on there and seat it down. It's all the way down. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this stuff real quick. We're going to take this little teeny tiny baby set screw. This is going to be fun, y'all. Watch this. Usually when I say that, I'm handing someone my beer, but
you ain't got a beer.
We are going to get back down here on the floor. And we're going to take that little tiny set screw, get it right back in there. Oh yeah. And I know that it went in that hole because it went up inside of the housing. So I know it's in the hole to hold this piece on. All right, so the next thing we're going to do,
Just put your cable in.
we are going to figure out, well, first off, we're going to do this. Because if I do this and cut that, like so, get rid of that and pull that, and then put that like so. I know that that fits on the back of my housing. I know it screws in. So what we're going to do,
Let me get over here.
we're going to hold our finger over the end of that down there, and we're going to screw in that new cable. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at, actually let's do this. Let's unscrew that cable real quick. Whoa. That thing keeps trying to run away from me.
What, your cable?
Yeah, it keeps trying to run out the back. So we're going to put, I forgot to put this little washer on, that's why I took that off again. We're going to stick it back in. Tighten it up like so. We're going to put the cable there. I am going to then find what looks like nope, too big. Too big. Still too big. What am I dealing with here, people? Good thing I got a whole set here instead of having gone over to my toolbox. Where's my clippers at? Where did I set them down at? There they are.
Oh, I got your knife.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna need that back eventually.
Eventually?
Eventually. Alright, let's see. Let's take a look at this here.
No.
Too small. Too small. It's kind of hard to tell what size these things are. Too big. You know, out of all these wrenches, I should have something that fits. I don't know if I do. We're gonna find out. I'm betting the wrench I need. There it is right there. All right, it's tightened up. So that's good. So now what we're gonna do, we can close this all back up. Harbor Freight people, I'm telling you, love them. Then what we do is we run that back up there somehow. This cable should fit. I don't want it like that. I want it like, it's like not even, I'll be danged. All right, so we have an issue. Why is that cable so short when it's the same length as the other one? That definitely is not going to fit. Okay, so we figured out the problem. We figured out what's going on. So what I'm going to do, since this cable doesn't fit, it's too short, I am going to find another cable and order it. I mean, I'm probably not going to be riding until after it comes in anyhow, because the fact that, as you can tell, my bike's still on the stand. I've got the rear fender in the back, or in the paint booth, because I've got the pinstripe down on it, so I'm clearing it. It's going to be the end of it. That paint's done. So what we're going to do is, actually, I'm just going to leave this on here right now because it's there, and I know how it goes now. So we will stick it in there. So I'll get a new cable, one that's longer, because I measured this out before I ordered it, and that's what it should have been. But the old cable was what, 32 inches? Because this is right there at that 32 inches, so I don't know why it's short now. But anyhow, we'll get that done, and now you know how it goes on. So your first Gen EVOs, it unscrews from here, and you actually don't have to take out that set screw. That set screw is for this ferrule, not for the cable. And if your cable's broke, you may have to pull that ferrule out, and remember, it press fits in, so you may have to pull it out to get it to screw off of the cable, like mine, because the way it was broke, it wouldn't screw out. So we'll get that done, and she'll be rolling at that point. So that's all we got for today. So remember to smash that subscribe button, the thumbs up, notification bell, like it, share it. And I'm telling you, you're not going to find a video on YouTube about changing this first Gen EVO Sportster cable. So just know that the unscrew, worst case scenario, you take that little set screw out the bottom, pull the ferrule, get it unscrewed, put the ferrule back in, put the set screw back in. So I hope this helped y'all out. I hope some of y'all learned, how to change out your speedometer cable for these first gens. Like I said, subscribe, like, share. I'm still looking to do giveaways and stuff. Need some subscribers. I got 33, y'all. I need some more, so make sure you're sharing this with all your friends and everybody. I'm going to be doing a video here probably in the next couple months. I'm going to buy 2 identical tanks. I'm going to paint one like I did this with rattle cans from Little Daddy Roth, and then I'm going to spray the other one with a spray gun with paint from Little Daddy Roth. They'll be the same exact design. One's going to be blue candy blue with silver stripes and stuff. The other one's going to be candy red with silver stripes. And I'm thinking about right on the top of the tank doing the Harley 1 on it, which I can use those for giveaway. What we're going to do though is a comparison between the rattle can and the actually spraying it. If there's that big of a difference, if you can really tell that big of a difference on, oh, this is a rattle can, this is sprayed with a gun type thing. Because honestly, looking at my tank, which needs to be cleaned because it's got oil and crap all over it, but anyhow, I can't really tell the difference, you know, as far as where I sprayed it and where, you know, like over here, and everybody that I've showed this tank to and seen this tank, they think I sprayed it with a gun, not a rattle can. So, but we'll see. We're going to do that, and I'll, if you know, I get some more y'all subscribing and following and watching this stuff, I'll put them up as giveaways, and you know, it'll be giveaways and so on and so forth. So remember, subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell for when I put new content out, and we got more stuff coming, people. We still got the 76 Sporty, if my cameraman will pan to the 76 Sporty that we're going to be building, and that is going to be bitching when we're done. We're going to make it a rigid. I'm going to put a killer American flag type paint job on it. It's going to be powder coated, painted, everything. So keep looking out for that video. And until next time, stay safe with the COVID stuff. Stay home if you need to, whatever. Don't get mad at the hospital workers when they tell you that visitors can't come in, because that's what I do for a living. I'm a nurse, so trust me, I've turned a lot of people away. So don't get mad at them. They're doing what they're told, trying to keep you safe and your loved ones safe. Also, remember, be kind to each other. Peace.